a single narrow stretch of water, just 21 miles wide at its narrowest point. This is the Strait of Hormuz, the most vital energy choke point on the planet. Every day, 1/5 of the world's total oil consumption passes through this tiny gateway. If this strait were to close, the global economy wouldn't just stumble, it could completely crash. Today we explore why the world's stability rests on these narrow waters. Geographically, the strait connects the Persian Gulf with the Gulf of Oman and the Arabian Sea. Traffic is restricted to 2 narrow shipping lanes, separated by a 2-mile buffer zone. Despite its importance, the water is relatively shallow, making it vulnerable to mines or sunken vessels. The volume is staggering. We are talking about 21 million barrels of oil per day. And it's not just oil. Huge quantities of liquefied natural gas, essential for global power, flow here too. Energy security for Europe, Asia, and North America depends on the freedom of navigation in these waters. Asian markets are particularly vulnerable, with most of their crude imports passing through this point. A disruption here triggers a domino effect across the entire global supply chain. But the Strait of Hormuz is more than just a geographic feature. It's a geopolitical flashpoint. Iran sits on the northern shore, giving it significant tactical control over the waterway. For decades, regional tensions have led to threats of closing the strait as a form of leverage. We've seen this before. During the Iran-Iraq War, the tanker war saw hundreds of vessels attacked. Even the mere rumor of a closure can send oil prices soaring within minutes. Shipping companies face massive insurance hikes, making every gallon of fuel more expensive. So what happens in the nightmare scenario where the strait is actually blocked? Economists predict oil could hit $200 a barrel or even higher. This would trigger hyperinflation, affecting the price of everything from food to electronics. A sustained closure could plunge the world into a deep, synchronized global recession. Energy-dependent industries would grind to a halt, and fuel shortages would become common. Financial markets would see a massive sell-off as uncertainty grips the world. Are there ways around it? Several pipelines have been built to bypass the strait, but these pipelines can only handle a fraction of the total volume that moves by ship. Currently, they can only divert about 20 to 30% of the daily oil flow. Pipelines are also static targets, vulnerable to sabotage or technical failure. And for LNG, there are virtually no bypass options. The strait is the only way out. This is why the international community maintains a constant naval presence in the area. The stability of the Strait of Hormuz isn't just a regional issue, it's a global imperative. While the world is transitioning to renewables, our reliance on this passage remains high. That transition will take decades, leaving us vulnerable in the meantime. It reveals the incredible fragility of our modern, interconnected world. We are all connected by these narrow shipping lanes and the energy they carry. Technology and diplomacy are the primary tools used to keep the strait open. A delicate diplomatic balance must be maintained to prevent any single actor from closing the gates. Building economic resilience means diversifying energy sources and routes. But until then, global cooperation is the only thing standing between us and an economic collapse. Next time you fill up your car, remember the 21 miles that make it possible. The Strait of Hormuz remains the pulse of the global economy. Thank you for joining us as we explored this critical choke point. If you found this video insightful, please like and subscribe for more. Until next time, keep an eye on the world's most important waters.